I'm going to do one of Johanni's passing drill. Thomas Pacina really liked it
Yeah.
today. It's they line up on the boards. Everybody's lined on the boards, and first they go 1-0. The player goes, shoots, and then they touch their knee at each blue line, shoot at the other end.
Yeah.
And then the 2-0, they go down, they shoot, and then they skate in the neutral zone. Both players have to touch the puck, and they have to face each other.
Yeah.
And the same thing in the far end. And
Yeah.
then 3-0, so they're not rushing through. Everybody has to get a pass and make a pass.
Yeah.
So they're weaving around, and then 4, and then 5, and then they go the other direction. You go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And it's a random passing thing, but they have to have their heads up, and it's a pretty good little warm-up thing.
When are you doing that?
Well, I'm going to do it tonight.
Early, middle?
Well, the first third of practice.
Okay.
So I'm doing that striding cutbacks, forward and backward striding cutbacks, and now I've incorporated. They go around the ice and they make a different move at every dot. So we've gone through 3 moves so far.
Yeah.
You know, a fake and a push out and a pull across and skating backwards with it around the dots.
Yeah.
And they go around and do the different moves. And then we'll do the zigzag one where they have to do different kinds of skating. And I changed that so they have to do it at the other end too. So they go left and they go right, because I found out players are only going one way.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought I figured out how to solve that, and that works pretty good. And then I'll do that one. So it's all the first half hour with 90 minutes will be all, you know, skill kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll play a game where they have to use the skills, and we got to spend some time on the power play. That do this good power play sequence. I think is great. It's the best one I've seen. You work in the power play at one end, and then they dump it down, and the penalty killers jump out, and they got to come out, break out against a penalty kill, and do a power play against a penalty kill.
Yeah.
And when that's happening, the next group goes out and works on some power play options and does it again, and everybody gets a chance to go in the power play and kill penalties.
I'd love to see that. Does that mean you got power play at one end naked?
Yeah, you start off. So how you started is there's a 5-0 at one end, and they'll go through options for about a minute.
Yeah.
You know, just 5-0 doing different options. Then they dump the puck down, and when it gets to the other end, 4 penalty killers jump out.
Yeah.
Forecheck. Now they got to break out against a penalty kill and go and try to score.
Yeah.
And I might give them 45 seconds or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they actually play. And then the next group does it. And you cycle through everybody.
So it's like it's not continuous. It's a 10 go and then another 10 go. Starting naked.
Yeah, well, 9 go because 4 penalty killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it. And it's a good sequence that you do some coaching, because you could do it on every situation. You do it 5-on-5 too.
Yep.
You know, but I saw the Flames doing it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know which coach did it, but I thought, so I think it's a really good way to, you know, get from, you know, direct coaching kind of thing to, you know, now the players are just trying to do it and accomplish it against pressure.
Okay.
And you could focus on just a penalty kill if you want.
Yeah.
You know, like if, you know.
That's a great.
You could even.
Do you have a recording of that from the Flames?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna send the link out, eh?
Yeah, I'll send the link of the practice.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna share that power play idea. My limited level of knowledge is Bob Johnson's 5-on-1, and then scrimmaging and keeping 1 or 2 people out of the zone.
Yeah, we've done that. We did that last week.
Practice it.
We did it last week, and we did it also with 6-on-5.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then in our game, we had a 6-on-5.
Yeah.
And so the players kind of knew what before. And I remember you saying to me that year I took over the AAAs, we ended up in the provincial final and we hadn't worked on 6-on-5. And, we were losing 2-1 and we did absolutely nothing once we pulled our goalie, nothing happened because we
Yeah.
hadn't.
Now, do you still use a 3D up top on the 6-on-5?
Yeah, I have a left D, right, middle D, and right D.
Yeah.
And they're a high umbrella, but on their side, they're involved in the forecheck and everything.
Yeah.
And then they just pull back and go to the other side, and it's really effective for keeping the puck in. They can't get it out on rims,
Yeah.
and they play their proper side too, eh? So it's
Yeah.
a lot easier to hold a puck in on a rim.
Yeah.
I found it to be really effective. I find when a forward's in there, they end up playing forward, and
Yeah.
I think D are way better being the last player with the puck than forwards are.
Yeah.
I know myself. I feel uncomfortable being the last player back there with it.
Now, your middle D, is he the most gifted of the D?
Well, they have to be good because they have to play both sides, side to side. But we have 6 Ds, so we have 2 sets of it, and we had our number 2 in the middle in that game, and she's a very good player.
Oh, great ideas. I'm gonna edit from the back on this one, and I'll wait for your link because that's what I'm gonna send out today, Tom. When we're done this call. So as soon as you get your plan done and everything sorted out, send it to me, and I will add that part to the presentation, edited video, because the descriptors were good. Okay, Tom, time to run here, and thanks for your time. Thanks for coming on, and